Yo, what up, y'all? We got a next trade recap for you today. Uh, Unfortunate day, but it is what it is. Anyway, first trade of the day was this. Market open, we came down, swept liquidity. To the downside, we're obviously bullish. I did have shorts in mind on NQ. We had this new day opening gap here, this white box. This bigger white box is a 4-hour fair value gap, and then 1-hour lows here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go and take these out on Nasdaq, but yeah. So I was okay taking shorts or longs, just depending on what market gave us. I kind of had a neutral bias today, even though we're obviously really bullish. I wanted to keep it neutral and yeah. So back to the trade. Swept lows. Perfect. Now we want to see a 5-minute break of structure to the upside, which we do see on this candle closure. We come down and we fill equilibrium, I believe, on this. I think it was this one. Yeah, that's equilibrium on the 5-minute, not the 1-minute, just to show you guys. Anyway, come down, we fill equilibrium. And now I'm just looking for a 1-minute break or an inversion to the upside, which we get here. I enter longs with stops underneath this low, targeting these relative equal highs. And I placed this trade. I came over to ES and I was looking at the higher time frame, and on ES we actually had a bullish SMT. Where was it? From these lows to these lows, and from these lows to these lows. So honestly, it's kind of it is my fault for not noticing that, because obviously you want to be taking the leading index and the bullish when there's a bullish SMT. So I canceled this, and to be honest, I think I got it like either break even or like down like $10 or $20, like very, very minimal loss. I'm counting that shit as break even. I don't give a fuck. Came over to ES, entered literally the same trade, I think, because it was like a minute, so I probably would have got it like up here or something like that. It was on this candlestick. I'm just gonna put it here because that's when I should have entered, right off that candle closure. But regardless, it was here. Anyway, enter that. My original plan was to go break even once this TP1 hit, and I wrote this as break even because that's where I did go break even. That wasn't my plan, but that's where I did go break even, and that fucked me up. Actually, no, I didn't go break even here. Sorry, we came up, hit these highs, which I wasn't looking at, but in my head, I was like, okay, we're close to TP1. Let's think about moving stops up, not break even, up. I saw this fair value gap that we had here. All right. And then, what was I going to say now? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, I saw this fair value gap here. So I was like, okay, if we come down, I just put it under the fair value gap or stops, because realistically, we're not going to, if we come any lower, we're probably not going to go higher. So I went and put my stops like here. This is the second time this week that I've been stopped out by the tiniest wick. So I got to figure out what the problem is there. Why am I moving my stops too early? Am I putting my stop loss to a good spot? I need to think about that first. But yeah, anyway, we come down, we take it out, take me out, and then immediately, break 1-minute structure back to the upside and take profit 1, take profit 2. And on the trade, I don't know if a screenshot of it, but I had a take profit 3. It was a 10 contract trade, so I did 5 here, 3 here, and then 2 here. So all take profits would have gotten hit. I think I would have been up like 600 on the day, probably something like that. unfortunately, got stomped out. Price went, it happens, and now I just need to look at it and see where I went wrong. Because if I would have left my stops where they were, it would have ended up on the day. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. It's alright though, because NASDAQ actually gave us an entry to these relative equal highs once again. On the 5-minute, throughout this chop, we remain bullish. Not once do we break structure to the downside. Yeah. On the 1-minute, we come down and we feel equilibrium here. 5-minute equilibrium, 1-minute fill. Come on down. Fill equilibrium. We break 1-minute structures to the upside. I entered. This is exactly where I entered on this trade. This is my exact stop loss. This is my exact take profit. And we went up, hit take profit, and then I went break even. I believe it was this high. I believe once we came here, I just went break even. Didn't matter. We ripped up anyway. But yeah, so that was the 2 trades for today. Today's May 6th. Yeah. So yeah, that's a trade. I am a little pissed off with this, but I have to understand that it's not anybody's fault but mine. So I got to figure out where I went wrong so it doesn't happen again. This was also a very high risk trade. I risked 500 to make full take profit. Would have been 800, but obviously I would have taken partials and stuff like that. Actually no, I think it was 1,000. I don't know. Honestly, I honestly can't remember. But I was risking like 400 or something like that, and then I ended up losing like 300 on that because I moved my stops up. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Anyway, boys, that's trade recap for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have yourselves a nice day. Peace.